Oh, fuck. All right, I have 2 cameos to do, but not for a little bit. Hey, what's up? You did it, Evan. You were first. You know, I was gonna give you guys the choice. We could play Roadcraft or Powerwash Simulator, but there's a hotfix for Roadcraft this morning that I cannot seem to download. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I was kind of excited about getting in and buying the bridge layer and using that to solve a problem we had that I was frustrated with. But I can't seem to download the game. Thank you. I cannot seem to download the game. Update. I've been having these issues with Xbox Live downloading updates lately. What were my thoughts on Skate? I was just playing the preview. It was all right. Didn't blow me away. I also just went through and played through all of Tony Hawk 3 and 4 and did all the challenges and everything. I was doing the platinum stuff when there we go. That's an hour and 6 minutes. What the fuck? Getting worried about the Tigers. Yesterday was not a good day. I know. We just got to stay strong for the next 3 weeks. Deputy video was fantastic. Thank you so much. Thanks for this regulation rat. Xbox downloads are bad for some reason. It's been like this for me for about a week. So I guess I apologize. I guess we're going to play Powerwash. Deputy visit was awesome. Thanks. We really had a good time doing it. I'll be honest with you guys. I stayed up last night and I did that whole playground. So now we've moved on. Playground's done. Now we're doing this dirty house in this neighborhood. By the way, living in a cul-de-sac. Look at all of our lovely neighbors. These houses were all clearly built at the same time as a part of the same housing development. How did this happen? How does this and this get built at the same time by the same builder in the same neighborhood and this get dilapidated this quickly? You got to actively want your house to look bad. You know what I mean? Skate was okay. Skubble day. The forced perspective shot got you. Good. Should you try molding it at home or go to a shop? Oh, I don't know. I've never really gone to shops for my facial hair, so I couldn't tell you. That's probably a good way to go. It's just not something I've ever done or even thought to do, honestly. Fucking like barnacles. Everybody kept telling me I was going to love these games, and I disagreed, but they were right. People know me better than I know myself. Can't even tell you how satisfying this is. Ugh. Yeah, hopefully a lot of people watch and enjoy that deputy video. We had so much fun on that trip, and I think it created such good content. Like, we got that deputy video out of it, which is, probably the longest live action video we've ever made. And then we got essentially a full episode of Regulation podcast about it. I mean, I told that taco story at the beginning of the episode, which, by the way, I think is an all-timer great story, but it's a pretty small story, And then we did like an hour just on Deputy. So from a content standpoint, I feel like it really paid off. And now we just got to figure out what the next trip is. I pitched the guys on something already, but it's time sensitive, so it'll probably be a 2026 trip. So we need to find something between now and next year. Because if it's like road trips are this possible and doable, and now it's like, dude, I can't tell you what it was like to plan this trip with the guys. Eric and I planned it, and not have to not have to get budget, not have to get approval, not have to do a pitch deck, not have to leverage my length of time in the company and cachet of successes, not have to convince anybody, just have to convince us and be like, oh, okay. And then go like, well, what weekend are we going to do it? And then go, why? It's our job. We could just go on a Wednesday if we want to. It was such a cool revelation. I know it sounds obvious probably in hindsight, but that's just not the way this kind of business works or has worked for any of us for a very long time. And the freedom was surprising. Anyway, so we want to do tons more. I wouldn't be surprised if we did 2 or 3 or 4 of those a year if we had reasons to go places. I'm not going to do it just to do it, but, you know. Wouldn't mind those road trips being a semi-regular thing. And the windows are really rough. Take a lot of work. I mean, it was basically just like that car ride there was basically just like a 16 hours of laughter, you know? What it boils down to. Just laughing the whole way there. Can you imagine what the inside of this home looks like? Once again, not trying to be mean to the people who live here. There clearly is something going on in their lives that has made it this their reality. But, wow. Glad to see you're finally coming down. Glad to hear you're finally coming down to Tampa. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe all right? How about this, Mark? Regulation decides to go to Tampa, the Mark the Frog trip. What do we see? Like, what are the must-dos in Tampa? What's the reason we get into a car and drive outside of you, Mark? Obviously, you're a draw yourself, but outside of you, like if Mark the Frog didn't exist in Tampa, what would be the selling point for a day and a half of regulation content in Tampa? Because I'm open to the idea. I just got to sell it to the guys. We just got to find some sort of a loose thread to make it make sense. I'd get in a car today and do it again if I could. Although I'm getting on a plane tomorrow. I'm going out of town. Much to Eric's chagrin, I think. Travel happens, though. What are you going to do? We can go on an install with him. That's true. We could do a Mark the Frog service call. That would be cool. I wouldn't want to get Mark in trouble with his job, though. His boss be like, why did you and 4 assholes show up to this lady's house? Why are there pictures of you and four other assholes holding a pink porta potty in our customer's attic, you know? Powerwash Simulator, yeah. Oh, this is Power Washing Simulator. This is a great game. We have to join Mark on the Roof. There are tons of places in the U.S. that have their own world's largest thing. Yeah. That is true. Isn't there a mission description that says why it's so dirty? Let's see. Oh, wait, that would have been it. There you go. It says 113 Apple Avenue, Mockingham. Hey, Doc. You know, I mentioned my folks. Well, I think it's their bungalow met your pressure washer. It's so filthy, it's hard to tell where the ground ends and the house begins. Ain't that the truth? When I mentioned you to Ma, her eyes lit up. Pops moaned and said that the browner the porch, the warmer the torch. These guys are trying to set this house up for insurance fraud. I'm stopping a scam right now. I'm doing these people a favor and they don't even realize it. They're going to go to jail 6 months from now for insurance fraud, and I'm stepping in. Me and my power washer. Saving families. All right. At least it's not a tough clean. You know, that's, I'll be honest with you, that playground was challenging. I had to put time in that motherfucker. All right, let's check back in on the chat here in a second. Let's just make some progress on this section right here. Telling you, man, in a different world, I could have been a power washer. Maybe I could have been the world's first. Maybe I could have still done internet stuff. Maybe I could have been the world's first power washer influencer. Instead of Rooster Teeth, I would have started like Power Flow. And I would just go around and do human interest stories about people while I clean their dirty conditions. And people would be like, "Do you watch that new Power Flow video? That was cool." Yeah, he got that new like Sherwin-Williams sprayer that they're testing out. He got it early. Man. There's a restaurant in New Jersey called Rats, and in the bathroom, there's a statue of a rat. You mentioned you've been to Nottingham before. Do you remember much about the time? No, I think I just was there for an afternoon. I think we stopped through on the way somewhere. Power Teeth. Short form content has a lot of power washing and lawn care. Could have been you without Rooster Teeth. Yeah, no kidding. I watch one of my favorite TikTok channels right now is this. Maybe you've seen it. It's this skateboarder, landscaper dude. I don't know his name, but he's in SoCal, and he's very SoCal. And he does this TikTok channel called Scape and Destroy, where he goes to overgrown skate spots like ditches, easements, those kinds of things where people are skating that are all run over and beat to shit, and then he just like landscapes them and cleans them up and improves and beautifies them, and then cleans up the skate spots as well, patches concrete, gets everything smooth, and then skates a session for like, the last 30 seconds of the video, but most of it is just him cleaning up overgrown skate spots and trying to, improve the community. The only difference between him and I is that he's really good at skating and I wouldn't be. If Mark said why we should go to Tampa, I missed it. I just realized. Mark the Frog, how many restaurants can you eat in a day? It's a good question, Mark. It's a good question. I'd love to find out. I don't even know how to hazard a guess. At least 4. I would think. Something about the last map in Roadcraft yesterday turned me off. I'll be honest. Been thinking about it all day. or I was thinking about it in bed last night, and thinking just about the shortage of lumber and how hard it's going to be to get lumber at the outset. And then I was thinking about, oh, well, I can always just dump. I can just build a land bridge and dump dirt. But then I was thinking, I bet there's no dirt on this map, so I'm just going to have to respawn over and over again to get my dirt, which is fine, too. And then it hit me, oh, yeah, they just released a fucking bridge layer. What if I just buy that bridge layer? And I got real excited to use that bridge layer this morning. Now, the update sucks. So, instead, we're going to make the most of cleaning up this house. Man, we are getting there. Now it just looks like it needs a new roof. How much do you have to eat at each restaurant? It's a good question. You know the creator, no clue where SoCal is as an Aussie. Southern California. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, like LA area. I was working in your neighborhood and I saw your drive looking a bit dirty. I need to test my new machine to clean it up for you for free. Sets up 5 tripods. If I order a single black coffee at McDonald's, does that count? I assume so. Let's get up on the roof, huh? There's many historical restaurants, many county and state parks surrounding springs and the Hillsborough River. Many amazing sandwich joints. Plant City is right outside of Tampa and is very quaint and agricultural. There's a Busch Gardens, Tampa. Now, there you go, Busch Gardens. We need an excuse to go to Busch Gardens. Adventure Island Water Park. We went to Busch Gardens once when we were on tour with, I guess it's Let's Play Live. Yeah, it must have been Let's Play Live. And I didn't go. I was reading a book I really was into. I was really into this book. And everybody, like all the Achievement Hunter and Funhouse people went to spend the day in Busch Gardens riding roller coasters and stuff, and I did not go. And Michael got overheated or something. They were pushing him around in a wheelchair, and I was like, thank God I did not go. That looks like a whole thing. And I just sat in a hotel room, and I read a book for 8 hours. And when I got bored, I walked across the interstate to a pizza restaurant. And that was, to this day, one of the best days of my life, not going to Busch Gardens with those guys in Tampa and just reading this book by myself in a DoubleTree or a fucking Garden Inn or whatever for 8 straight hours. I just got sucked into that world of that book. There's St. Petersburg Museum of Art featuring Dali works. Your city historical district, Tarpon Springs, is the sponge capital of the world and is a great Greek community. Well, let me tell you something. I love the Greeks. I do. After going and spending that time in Greece and Turkey, I love that part of the world and those people. So I would like to spend some time with them. In Palm River, Claremont, there is a Thai Buddhist temple with Sunday market. Oh, love you too. Thank you. Many local coffee roasters. You guys can go ride jet skis with Mark. Do you have any recent book recs? Nah, I suck with books right now. I cannot get through a book. I don't know what it is. I'm reading a book right now called Double Whammy? Is that what it's called? It's a book about a fishing tournament and a murder in Florida in the Everglades in the 80s. It's okay. It's good. Emily's dad recommended it to me, and I'm enjoying it. I read like 300 pages of it in 2 days, and then put it down and forgot about it, and just realized this week, actually, Emily and I went on, I don't know, Sunday or something to the pool, and I grabbed it because I needed a pool book and remembered that I'd forgotten to read it. I'd forgotten about it, so I'm back on that. I got about 100 pages to go. I figure out how he's going to beat this murder rap. How about you guys? You guys got any good book recommendations? Not that I'm going to probably read them because I'm not reading anything. It's not stopping me from buying books, though. I wish I could read half as many of the books as I buy. I got the buying books part right. I got the acquiring the book part right. I just don't seem to be able to read them anymore. Jeez Louise. Laying down on a roof. It's the Mark the Frog way. There we go. Luckily, the sun never goes down in Spray Paint Town. So we can work all day and all night. This is green, huh? Couldn't really tell earlier. Oh, what do I got? No, never mind. There's definitely a roof under here. Did you guys know you have shingles? Couldn't see him before. Pops us out of his rocking chair having a look. Probably hear me stomping around on the roof. Stomp, 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 stomp. Get out of here. Stubborn stains. Okay. Oh, I fell. And there you go. And that's how my career ended. How are we looking? Wow. Wow. Looking so much better. Let's do this part. I should be probably playing Borderlands 4 right now. I was really enjoying that game when I was playing it the other day. I don't know why. I can't seem to be making myself play that instead of this, but here we are. Gotta get these bad boys right here. The stubborn ones. Oof, what we got going on over here? Yeah, that's not good. Just go ahead and take care of the... Right now. Get most of it off with this. And the stubborns. I like mist. You know, this is why I think I could be good at power washing as a career. I like being misted, you know, like when you're outside and you're working with a garden hose or something and you get a little bit of mist on a hot day, cools you off. I feel like this is like mist to the job. Like maybe you're constantly hot because you're working on a roof, but you're also constantly being cooled down by the overspray. And the satisfaction of a job well done. Robin Hobb audiobooks. Interesting. What kind of books are those? Heard about Project Hail Mary. Oh, yeah. I haven't read anything past The Martian. I know Tampa is in Florida, so it's probably a hard sell for the other guy, but I hope wherever y'all go, all of y'all enjoy it. Oh, no. Listen, Mark. Florida's a bit of a divisive place right now, politically, sure. But we're coming from Texas, which ain't any better. And the thing that Florida has going for it is the Key West, you know? I mean, the fact that we are in love, and by we, I mean mostly me, but the guys are into it too. We are in love with Key West and have already had a huge Key West trip. That was just for my wedding, or, you know, my pre-wedding trip, but it wasn't content. But, man, we had a fucking time of our lives in Key West. And I think we would love a reason to go back to Key West. So maybe we will do that sometime too. Road trip to Key West would be fun. Anybody watch the season premiere of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Thought about doing a recap on it on So Alright, but instead I recorded an interview with Emily. Not even an interview, just a conversation. Just talked to her for an hour, but maybe I'll get to it next week. I was very happy with the premiere. It was very good to see those ladies back and fighting at dinner. Sitting around a fire. Just going at it. For no reason. Insulting each other's businesses. I know Tampa. Oh, wait. I already read that. Sorry, I've been MIA. Ended up in the hospital for a week or so and finally got out and feeling better today. No problem, mailbox ejaculator. Did you just fill too many mailboxes? Just needed to rest? Hopefully you're okay now. You girlies should come to Baltimore. You know, I'm into that idea. I don't know if you heard somebody squeal their tires. Baltimore, what can we do in Baltimore? We go to the Orioles. You know, I went to Baltimore a couple times for Otakon, which was an event that I really enjoyed. That was one of the better conventions we ever did. I think we did it 3 times, if I remember correctly. This is my only experience with Baltimore is Otakon. It's always Gus and I think, every time. And that's where the motherfucker, what are you doing when the kid was in the banana costume story happened, which was a really funny moment to watch. And that's about it. But I go to an Orioles game. Go see where they film The Wire. Sit on a car and drink a non-alcoholic beer like McNulty. It's got to be non-alcoholic for me because, you know. I would be open to Baltimore. I think it'd be fun to do like a minor league stadium tour. The problem is, I think that'd be really fun for Eric and I. Probably not really fun for Gavin, and might wear thin for Nick after a while. And I don't know that like there would be enough of a reason for our podcast or our content to want to do that. So, but I think whatever it is could be baseball adjacent in some way. Or sports adjacent. I don't know. I'm in no hurry to figure it out. We got plenty of time. All the time in the world. I'm not getting any older. Thanks to everybody for spending another morning with me. I was thinking about that yesterday. It's really crazy that you guys get up and hang out with me for like 2 hours so often. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate all the support you guys throw my way in any way that it manifests. Really do appreciate it. Just like I hope this guy's parents appreciate the work I'm doing in their house. I've made $1,300 doing this thing. I'm not going to complain. $1,340 seems like a lot of money. It's my biggest expense is water. What about a banana ball game? That's interesting. Although they come down, we could see them in Austin probably, especially during the banana ball league. I did see a game in Savannah, and I guess that's the only time I've seen them was in Savannah. So maybe it would make sense to go to Savannah to see them at their home stadium. Have you thought about bringing them to Michigan? Boy, have I. Absolutely have thought about bringing them to Michigan. And I'm still working on that. That'll happen at some point. That'll definitely happen at some point. But that wouldn't be a road trip, probably. That'd probably be bringing our wives and flying. The stakes at Michigan are higher because, you know, it's a potential spot that if I move to, or at least partially move to, who knows? You know, maybe we'll all move to Michigan. Never know. Although, God, I got to say, man, I was going for a walk around my neighborhood with my wife last night, and just when the weather is nice, I know how expensive it is. I know how much it's changed, but God damn, when the weather is nice, there is no place prettier to walk around than Austin, Texas. It is fucking awesome at like 8 p.m. when the weather's 80 degrees, 75 degrees. Just a delight. Why am I only 3 stars on this roof? How much else can there be to clean? I guess the sides are all a part of it, yeah. Make sure I got everything under here. Seems like I did. Oh. I was kind of like, what do I got to do to get this fucking roof completed? Oh, yeah, there's a whole other side of the roof. These roofs are 2 sides. Tampa Tarpons. Yeah, the Yankees. Okay. That's cool. Go to places without telling them what's the real reason. We did, I did a whole show like that called 7 Wonderings, where I just assigned people trips and they didn't know where they were going until they were on the plane, or what they were doing until they were on the plane. Sometimes they knew where they were going because it's hard to get on a plane without knowing where it's going. But you know what I mean? That was a good show. That was another Drew Saplin directed show. He did great work. Ooh, these gutters are dirty. I bet we're going to walk right off the fucking roof doing this. Nope. Caught myself. I think there's probably like improved equipment and stuff I can buy in this game too that I am just not. If the story doesn't tell me to, I'm not paying attention to it, and I wonder if I could be doing a faster job with this, but that's okay. I don't feel the need for additional equipment. This is doing the job just fine. Sucks about Roadcraft today. I actually was looking forward to using that bridge layer. I'm scared I'm close to hitting a wall on Roadcraft. I can kind of feel it happening. Or I just, just need a break. Even SnowRunner did that to me from time to time. You'd just be like, I just need a break. It's a lot of roads. But maybe not. I'm sure it's about to be the weekend. I'm not going to play any Roadcraft all weekend, for sure. I only played on stream. And I'm going out of town this weekend, so I won't be streaming. Guys, I'm pretty jazzed for this weekend. Is anybody going to Riot Fest this weekend? Fake Geoff is actually real Geoff. Interesting. What's wrong with Roadcraft? Oh, it has an update this morning, a hot fix, and it just won't update. I don't know if it's my Xbox Live or just Xbox Live in general, but for about a week, I've just had real spotty issues with only downloading game updates. Nothing else. Started playing Pinball FX, and my brother and I are competing for the high score on Medieval Madness. Oh, that's nice. That's awesome. Who's got the high score right now? You or your brother? I feel like your brother does, or you would have led with you do. You'll get him, though. It's like a shotgun. I guess a shotgun would be this one. It's a pretty good looking roof, huh? Yukon map led to a 6-month hiatus from SnowRunner. Ain't that the fucking truth? Yeah, Yukon was real rough. I haven't really recovered on and then Roadcraft came out, so it took my attention. But I don't know that I'll get back to SnowRunner actually because of Roadcraft. Would you do a So Alright about Riot Fest? I will when I get back. Yeah, I'm sure that's what next week's So Alright will be about. Will be about my weekend at Riot Fest, all my experiences and bands I saw and stuff. What it's like to be. I'm really interested in how my stamina is going to go. I'm about to go to a 3-day music festival, and I'm surprised I'm doing it. There's just enough bands I really want to see, but man, the idea of standing around in Humboldt Park for 10 hours, 3 days in a row does not appeal to me, but I am about to do it. I'm about to do it. I found out Peg Boy's playing, and I will not miss an opportunity to see them play. Not at this point in my life. Gonna detail my wife's car and replace her broken door handle. Nice, Mark. What kind of car is it? Your brother has the score. He's kicking your ass. You'll break through. That'll be fine. Going to Oktoberfest. Nice, 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 nice. The 1 year I'm not working Riot, and you're going, well, just go as an attendee. It is amazing that the glass is the hardest thing to clean in this game. Jeez Louise. Oh, thank you. Oh. 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 Nice. I'll take you. Can I not put you? Okay. Is this where I have to do it from? Why there? Why is that my only option? I can't really fucking get up there from here. I have to get the ladder? Can I? Wow. There we go. I should just get the fucking ladder, huh? Hard to even reach this stuff. Let's go get the ladder. What was that? This fucking game is a bit glitchy. Can't tell if... I guess that's not dirty. Yeah. Is that clean? Kind of. There we go. That's clean. Getting close to the end here, huh? 93%. We're doing good work. Looking through my Twitch for something relaxing where I stay up all night with university work. Nothing more relaxing than this. I hear you. Hold on, I gotta get Albert. He's griping. I'm coming. He's over there bitching. He was not happy about being left out of the room. But he was hanging out with Emily while she was getting ready for work, so what are you going to do? Jesus. Dirty door handle. Woo. Some dirty dirt. Spraying. I'm just going to flood the house. There's no way this isn't getting in their kitchen. Nice. I will say it's a lot more forgiving than Spray Paint Simulator. Like Spray Paint Simulator, if there's a fucking pixel that's not painted, it's not happening. They are like, fuck you. This game, it's like, yeah, you got like 94%. That's close enough. We'll ding it. I assume they're the same developers, but I don't know. They're very similar games, right? It seems like it would be. There we go. All right, take a second. Woof. Oh, God. Have I ever seen the show American Pickers? I have. I don't know that Andrew sounds like that guy, but I've seen the show before. One of those guys kind of a dickhead, allegedly. Geoff, if you weren't live streaming, what's your Powerwash playlist you'd listen to? Oh, I just have one playlist on my phone that I just constantly update and modify. And so I would be listening to that. And it's just like, let's see. If I were to turn it on right now, which I'm not going to, obviously, the first song on my playlist would be Well and Good by Zoinks, followed by Plum Nelly by Abner J. That's a great song, Plum Nelly. If you ever want, just search Geoff L. Ramsey on Twitch. What? Not on Twitch. On Spotify. And I make my playlists public there. So if you ever were interested, there's a playlist under Geoff L. Ramsey called Now. And it's probably got about 700 songs in it. And that's just whatever I'm listening to in the moment, riding bikes or playing video games or working on regulation. Okay. Man, we're 99%. What do we got left? What are we missing? I'll look it up. I imagine it's the roof. I don't feel like I've ever at any point seen the roof ding. So I'm sure. No, there we go. Well, it's still 99%. I think it's still got to be the roof. Let's see. Gutters, window frames, posts. Gutters, window frames, posts. Gutters. Looking pretty good here. Ah. There you are. Nice. Do I still have other gutters or just that one? Gutters, 2 of 4. So I still got 2 more gutters to clean. I assume it's you guys. Although, it definitely doesn't seem like it needs it. Must not be up top. 2 of 4 gutters. That's 3 of 4 gutters. Will it do the thing where, let's see. Does it highlight it now? Is that how that works? Yes. So it is you. Ah. Huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just got to get in there better. There we go. All right, down to 3. Bricks, posts, posts, bricks, posts, and window frames. All right. Hello, Flat Girther. How you doing? Morning, folks. Shannon and the Clams is one of the best bands on Earth. Geoff, if you weren't live streaming, oh yeah, we already did that. I'm all caught up. I'm all caught up on our correspondence. Okay, so we need to do bricks, posts, and window frames. Are these posts? Yes. These look fine though. Is this a post? Post. Ah. This is the bricks, I guess. Okay, bricks are good. Posts seem fine. Nope. You son of a bitch. There's one of the posts. Seems like a good post. Good post. Not seeing any post problems. Post. Is this a post problem? No. You're a problematic post, aren't you? There you are. Okay. All right. Let's find this last fucking post. It's you. It's you. Okay. Now we just need to do the window frames. Seems fine. Seems fine. Fine. No window on this wall. Fine. Is it you? Or yeah, you're the problem. All right, we are about to wrap this motherfucker up. Hell yeah. Get out of my way. Luckily, the ladder was right where we needed it to be. And also right in the way. Kind of. Hell yeah. Doing all right. Half my house renovations finally seem to be coming to a close after 6 long months. God, that's got to be an amazing feeling. Do y'all do Tiny Town Halloween or just Tiny Town Christmas? Tiny Town Halloween as well, Mark. I'm in charge of Halloween typically, and then Emily is in charge of Christmas. Is there a headliner you're looking forward to seeing on Sunday? I think Green Day is the headliner on Sunday. I'll see him. I'm not really looking forward to it, to be honest with you. Jawbreaker is playing on Sunday. There's a bunch of bands I want to see on Sunday. I think Idols play on Sunday. Let's see. Yeah, Idols, Jawbreaker, Bad Religion, Dancehall Crashers, Screeching Weasel, I'll see on Sunday, and then obviously Pegboy. I think that's probably everybody I'll pay attention to on Sunday. Have I checked out the new Jackbox modes yet? No, I haven't. Okay. Well, Jackbox what? Jackbox 10? What's the new Jackbox? And also, Gavin and I love the Jackbox games, but for some reason, I don't think Eric and Andrew do, or don't think that they're like. We've met with resistance anytime we've tried to play Jackbox games. So I don't know 11. Okay, I don't know that we could get it done. Isn't today National Cheeseburger Day? Fuck, I don't know. I hope not. I don't need an excuse to eat a cheeseburger today. With you guys going to Deputy, Indiana, does that mean you guys are going to be releasing new Fuck Face Off soon? Yeah. I mean, we have to film it still, obviously. But yeah, that was we needed to clear that out so that we could do it. We've been waiting to do season 2 till we got that done. So now that that's done, we're ready to go. I never just use the widest attachment. I should just do like a quick first coat like this. Knocks like all the easiest stuff off. And then you go through with the detail later. I feel like at least something like this seems pretty quick and easy to clean. I'm going to see Stiff Little Fingers play. I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited to see Screech and Weasel play. Very excited to see Idols play. I'm going to see Lambrini Girls. I'm excited for that. I'm going to see Agnostic Front play. I haven't seen them play in forever. I didn't think I'd ever see Agnostic Front play again in my life, probably, you know? But here we are. One of the most violent shows I've ever seen in my life was an Agnostic Front show. It was a wild night. Live stream the finale of Fuck Face Off. We're investigating the reason it hasn't come out yet, in addition to we needed to complete the rewards and punishments, is just that we're trying to figure out the way that makes the most sense to release it. We got some ideas. So, soon though. Imminently. This year for sure. How in the world did Nick not see the red shoes mall setup coming? Well, we were in a car together for 2 days at that point, and he had not seen the red shoes. I pulled them out of my suitcase. He never saw them at any point. They were in my suitcase this entire time. So I pulled them out of my suitcase when he was in the bathroom, and we hid them in the floorboards of the front of the car where he was always in the back seat. And then I had started what the video doesn't show, and there's no reason to show it, is that our hotel was next to a steak restaurant. And as we were pulling into the hotel the day before, Nick went, "Ooh, steak." And I went, you know what, Nick? Let's get a steak dinner. Yeah, let's all go for a nice fancy steak dinner while we're here. And then Eric's like, yeah, whatever. And then I thought, oh, you know what? We can't go for a steak dinner because I only have shorts, and I bet they won't let me in a fancy steak restaurant in shorts. Maybe we can go to the mall or to a clothing store and I can buy pants. So I planted the pants seed 15 minutes into Louisville. So that paid off 26 hours later, right? 28 hours later. So I started the process there, and then I continued to quietly seed it in conversation in small doses and moments throughout the weekend. Oh, yeah, I hope it doesn't get too cold tonight because I still don't have those pants. Maybe we can swing by somewhere, JCPenney's or something, and I can grab some pants. So I had been hitting the pants thing, I think, very deftly. And so there's no way he would have seen it coming. I've made a career out of tricking people into doing stuff for content. I'm pretty good at it. Seen Bad Religion twice. Amazing show. It's pretty cool getting your face rocked by Dr. Greg Graffin. I've seen Bad Religion, yeah, a bunch of times. They're a great, fantastic. It used to be my favorite band for most of my childhood. Most of my teenage years, they're my favorite band. I still really love them. I think Greg Graffin's a really interesting dude. Big Red Hetson fan. Happy to see that. Yeah, well. Considering the weird stuff they do normally, I'm not surprised Nick didn't see it coming. Yeah, no, the pants thing, like I said, we were days into it at that point. I was wondering how y'all hid those big-ass shoes. Yeah, I just brought a suitcase and looked like a lunatic for bringing a suitcase when everybody else just brought a backpack. They're fucking huge, those boots. How'd it feel being tricked, not actually having ever seen Andrew's Cats? I thought it was awesome. I thought that was a very, very funny and clever bit. And I'm excited to see where it goes. Very excited to see where that goes. I feel like Andrew did that thinking that there was a chance that bit would never pay off, and he still did it because it made him laugh. I'm trying not to speak for Andrew here, but that's kind of my assumption. And those are the best bits in my mind. The bits that purely make you laugh, and if other people see it, it'll be cool, but it's kind of okay if they don't pick up on it or notice it, you know? I like that they give you these little mini missions in between if you want, where like, if you don't want to spend the next 3 hours cleaning a structure, how about 5 minutes on this guy? And you're like, oh, I'll do 5 minutes. What's left? I can't see. Rear canopy supports. Really? That was Johnny Caviar. I feel like that kind of insane mentality towards bits is what makes regulation so special. Thanks. I think that's the thing. It's like we're all trying to make ourselves laugh, and Hopefully we make each other laugh too, but at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's always been an audience of one for me, at least. Innocent but insane thing to do. That's a great way to describe Andrew. Innocent but insane. How many minutes or miles outside of downtown Austin do you consider still Austin? I'd just go with city limits, you know? Like whatever the Travis County city limits are. Austin's a tall city, Mark. It's a very long city, you know? So it's weird. It's not very wide. Kind of does this, I feel like. But you can go, you know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes west and still be in Austin, maybe. Probably 20 minutes east and still be in Austin. But you can go an hour north or south and still be in Austin. Clean the front door so I can find the doorbell to ring it to let them know I'm here. This house is definitely a murder house, right? That's another one, like crime scene cleanup, right? I'm going to do that one next. Although I saw there's a sequel to this coming out, and I think there's DLC for it. Who knows? Maybe it'll become a part of the pastiche of Geoff doing manual jobs for video games phase of his life. If there was a... Oh. That was a very cool email I just got. Anyway, is anybody going to Riot Fest this weekend? Am I going to see any of you guys there? If I do, what are you guys looking forward to seeing? Oh, this looks dirtier than dirty, man. Also, this house is orange. Didn't see that coming. This is going to need some, like... Look at that. That's bad. I'm going to have to use, like, chemicals and shit here. I'm going to have to... Tell you what, let's... Wait, yeah, go store. Right? Let's buy some cleaning liquid. Well, let's see what kind of equipment we have. A spinning 0-degree nozzle that increases area of effect while maintaining maximum pressure. Wow, look at how... I should be spending money. Oh, I can't buy it all. Game doesn't want me to buy it yet. I can buy this. Improve the range of the washer, but cannot be used when close to a surface. Improves the range while still being able to be used quite close to a surface. I'm going to buy this one. I'll buy this and some of this. Do any of these gloves do anything? I don't get stat boosts or anything, do I? Just cosmetics. Let's get some cool pink gloves. Why not? Oh! Modifications. Oh. I could be doing so much better. All right. Let's ooh. How does this? Oh wow! Get fucked, dude. This shit just got easier. Whoa. Never mind. I don't even need the cleaner anymore. I got the good gun now. Look at this thing vibrating in my hands. I bet my arms are getting tired. I'm gonna take breaks. Let's start working on my stamina. This thing's too powerful. Woo. Insane. The different, like, makes no difference to you guys. You're not doing it, but this is an insanely different amount of spray and power. Like, I've been in second gear in that other one this whole time. Woo. I should have gone to the store earlier. God damn. You guys can't let me. Don't let me forget I gotta do my cameos today. This is the same shit I say to Emily all day long. Don't let me forget. Wow. I could have done those other jobs so much fucking faster with this thing. Oh, well, hindsight, right? No sense in dwelling. Might not have also been available for me back then. Wow. Just want to get this little fence blued real fast, and then I'll take a break. Woo! I cannot express into words how satisfying my life just got with this new gun. Did this thing already ding on me and I just didn't see it? Maybe. We'll find out at the very end when it's the last thing we have to do. I don't remember seeing it do it, though. Man, I don't know how much cleaner it can get. Nintendo's patent taking off and landing. Well, this whole Nintendo patent thing is getting crazy. Have you seen the Long Walk movie yet? No, I haven't. I read the book, though, when I was in high school, which I guess is when people read that book. I imagine I'll get around to it at some point, but I'm not in a hurry to see it or anything. Is it good? Have you seen it? Did you like it? I heard it's very similar to the book, maybe? I heard that. think I heard that. Hell yeah. Tell you what we'll do next. Oh my God. Made a spaceship. It's not orange back here. The fuck? Do I have to get that part off too, the graffiti? I guess I do. I hope I'm supposed to. I hope I didn't just ruin their art. Oh boy, I'm not going to get hired back. I will not get a good recommendation from these people. This is dirty. Imagine I showed up on your front door with a power washer and a smile, and I said, "I'll clean your house. Take me 3 hours. I'll do it for $400." I bet you'd say yes. You'd be like, "This guy looks trustworthy. He seems like he knows what he's doing and like he likes doing it." Just clear a path straight to the door. So you don't have to walk in the grime. There you go. You can just walk through there. Ignore all this other stuff. Oh, nice rocket ship. Thank you. Thanks for noticing. Super good. Never read the book. That's cool. Did you bring your own water? Yeah. I just got a really long hose. I'm not going to tell you what it's connected to. All I'll say is it's not your yard. Just thinking of this story. This time my dad, rest in peace. This time my dad was visiting, my mom and dad were visiting at my old house in Austin. This is back early. This is back, Millie was a toddler. Well, my dad was alive, so it would have been a long time ago. But, Millie's probably 3 or 4. If that, maybe. She might have been younger. She might have been like, my dad wasn't that with it for that long. So she might have been younger. Anyway, they were visiting, and where we used to live in Austin, we would get a lot of foot traffic from, like, good and bad foot traffic. Like, there was a lady that would come by once a week with a little cart selling tamales. That was good foot traffic. I always loved her tamales. There were always people trying to sell you magazines. That was bad traffic. It was just kind of a high trafficked area, and so there was constant solicitation. But one of the things you would get would just be like, just kind of down on their luck dudes would just show up with a lawnmower and be like, I'll cut your grass, and depending on how sketchy they looked, sometimes I would use them, I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll throw you. You seem like you could use the work, Some enterprising high school kids would come by sometimes. I really liked them. I would always try to hire the younger kids. But anyway, one day this guy came by I had seen him riding a bicycle around my neighborhood a few times and clocked him because he was never wearing a shirt. And he just seemed a little sketchy. And he showed up at my house in shorts and no shirt and no shoes. And I was at the store or in the backyard or something. And my dad answered, and he was like, "Hey man, I'm an arborist. Do you want me to? I can trim your trees for you. I can trim your tree cap." And my dad was like, just visiting and trying to be helpful. And he was like, and also very good old boy Alabama. That's just the way we do stuff there, You just like hire a dude on the street. It's pretty common. And so my dad was like, "Hell yeah." I get home and there's a dude on a ladder, not our ladder, in the side of my yard with one of those fucking tree cutters doing this thing, And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And my dad goes, it's cool. I hired him. He's just lifting the cap on your tree. And I was like, okay. Go into my house. I'm in my house putting groceries away or something. And I want to say like 3 minutes into putting groceries away, I hear screaming and flailing. And I run to the window and I look out, and the guy has fallen off the ladder and has thrown his scythe thing and is smacking his head and screaming and running around in a circle. And then he just fucking books it. And then he comes back, knocks on the front door 10 minutes later, and he says that there was a wasp nest in the tree, and he hit it, and he got stung by wasps, and he had bee stings on him or wasp stings on him. And here's where I thought, like, oh, this is where the grift, right? This is where I'm now going to have to pay money in some way. Like, I feel like I'm, my antenna are up, like, oh, this is probably something he does, And but though he did seem to have some stings on him, but he seemed to have some other issues too, And I was like, oh fuck. And then, but I was also kind of worried. I'm like, am I gonna get sued because this guy fell out of in my yard, but it wasn't my ladder? And I was just like, oh no, this is why. This just seems like I've opened myself up for some sort of potential trouble, and I wish my dad hadn't hired this guy. Anyway, and I was like, can I do anything for you? Can I help you? You need any, like, medicine or anything? And the guy's like, no, I'm good. And I was like, okay. And he goes, hey, if you could do me a favor, I'm going to leave my stuff here for a minute, and then I'll be back and I'll pick it up later. I can't work anymore today. I'll come back and I'll finish your yard later. And I go, don't worry about it. You did a good job. He barely started. I was like, here's the full pay. Don't worry about it. I stashed his stuff behind a bush in my front yard, and I was like, come get it, when you need it later today. And then I was like, fuck, I hope this doesn't turn into anything. I don't get a letter. And it didn't, and I never did. But that guy's ladder and his, like, tree cutting scythe were in my yard for almost a month. It took him like 3.5 weeks to come back and get it. I don't know where he was for those 3.5 weeks or what he was doing or how he was making money, but I was starting to get nervous. I had this shit in my yard. I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know how long to hold on to it. I still was half convinced he was going to try to sue me in some way or that it was some sort of a grift, And that's a memory of my dad. My dad, of course, was like, it's just some good old boy. He's fine. Everybody was a good old boy to my dad. Yeah, he's a good old boy. Okay. Yeah, it's these strange sigh-like sound in the sofa because this house is fucking haunted. I think that's pretty clear. I bet it's hard to do this job efficiently because you just like everywhere you look in your periphery, there's something that you want to clean. It's one of those things where you want to clean in every direction at once. It's probably hard to stay focused. Hell, it's hard to stay focused in a video game doing it. I imagine in the real world it's just as hard. You're like, oh, well, let me just get that real fat. Just that. Just, yeah. Anyway, back to what I was doing over here. You know. Yeah. Getting close to finishing your stuff. How many hours do you think it is, Scraps? Okay, my teeth and I have made it to the roof with a box of filters without issues. Hell yeah, Mark. Please be safe. He was not bonded. No, he was definitely not bonded. Was there actually a nest? I don't know. And he never finished the job. I paid him full price. Maybe that was the grift. He got paid $60 to do $10 worth of work and then pretend like there were bees. I don't know. But he also left his shit in my yard for a month and he wasn't using it, so he wasn't making money elsewhere. I really never figured out if it was a grift or if it was legit or what. I was just happy that it resolved. You surprised I don't listen to music while doing this? I absolutely do listen to music while doing this, but I can't really do that while I'm streaming, can I? I can't be like playing copyright music while I'm streaming. I'm still so unclear on that. And people are like, oh, yeah, you can do it. And other people are like, no, you can't do it. Somebody got banned for doing it. And I don't want to get shit banned. I got plans. I got stuff I got to do. I got money to make, you know? I need this account to be open. But yeah, I would like to listen to music. If I could find a definitive answer on what I can and can't listen to on stream. The problem is, I know that there's like music beds that they make available and stuff, but it's never music I want to listen to. No offense to that music. I have very specific tastes. But yeah, I'd love to be getting pumped up for Riot Fest this weekend right now. Listening to some Jawbreaker or something. Man, this new sprayer is really paying dividends. This has made my life so much easier. Spray in the fucking sun. I can't imagine what the next one's gonna be like when I unlock that. Damn. Woo. I will say this game, even more so than Roadcraft 2, makes time fucking fly. Like, we streamed for 3.5 hours yesterday or something. Crazy, and I didn't even realize it. And I was just sitting here thinking, I was a little scared to look at the clock because I'm scared it'll tell me it's already 10, and then it's time to stop. Oh, speaking of time to stop, I have to record regulation today at some point, don't I? We're doing supplementals today. Let me see. Might need to stop sooner than later. What time is it? It's 9:30. That's not bad. And what am I? I'm recording at 11. Oh, okay. I got time. All right. I can't go past 10 though today, because I got to go take a shower and get ready. I was going to say short day today, but it's actually a normal day. I usually only stream for 2 hours, and I don't stream on Thursdays. So, if anything, it's just a whole lot of extra today. Thank you. I'll leave those. It does a pretty good job. I don't usually use the wider settings with the other gun. This is not bad. There you go. So much better already. Good morning, Geoff, a.k.a. the gangsta my mama warned me about, a.k.a. Powerwash Master, a real Mr. Clean, but twice as handsome and not as mean. Hello, Pirate. 60 hours, and I've got 2 giant levels left in the main game, so side stuff is a lot, too. Yeah, and it seems like there's DLC and stuff, too, right? I'm curious, have you any meaningful tips for kicking an addiction? Seek help from a community member, church, clergy member, go to an AA program, talk to a doctor, talk to somebody you trust, a mentor, a parent or guardian, and the first step is understanding that you need help. You understand that you need help, I assume, because you're asking the question, which means you've done the hardest thing about the whole deal. The hardest part of this whole deal, at least in my estimation, is acknowledging that you need help. And once you can admit that to yourself, then you just have to accept it. And you just need to find someone who can support you in that way. And I recommend going to a program because it's a very serious thing, and doing it on your own is almost impossible. What worked for some people won't work for others, but what definitely does work is being around a community of people who are going through it as well and understanding it. And so I recommend that. But really, if you're just asking to ask, that's my answer. But if you're asking because you feel like you may need help kicking an addiction, then congratulations. Congratulations on taking the first and hardest step. It may not feel like the hardest step in the moment, but it is. And so I don't want to inject too much narrative into your story, but if that is a similar situation to what you're in, then congratulations on taking the first and hardest step. I'm proud of you. Everybody is. And you'll absolutely fucking You will absolutely fucking beat this thing if it's a thing that needs to be beaten. Man, I hate to say it, but anytime I give advice, I hear myself giving it. I just think, like, you're the least qualified person on earth to give advice. You really should shut your fucking mouth. So I apologize if I give bad advice. Pretty orange. That's nice. All right. Jeez Louise. Whew. All right. Thank you very much, Geoff. What you said, it's already helped. Thank you, Slim. Take care of yourself. Please. I'd say if you're older than the person you're giving the advice to, it's good advice. Well, I don't know. Just because somebody managed not to die doesn't mean that they've accumulated knowledge in the process. I've gotten some great advice from people that are younger than me, too. Sometimes age just means you've had a lifetime to learn things the wrong way or to learn the wrong things, you know? Anybody asking a stranger for advice should take it with a grain of salt. I also agree with you, yeah. There's a lot of stupid old people out there. There's a lot of stupid old people in this room with me right now. Right here. This guy. Dude. I don't know. What is the name of this? Grimesville or something? Some fake town? I gotta say, though. Just noticed in the background, you can see this. I'm not going to be able to travel very far here, right? Like, it's got an invisible wall on me, but look at that city out there. Beautiful neighborhood. I could live here. Seems like a happy place. Ugh, I can't really explore, though. It'd be cool if this was fixing this house up, and then they're like, ta-da, it's your house. You live here now. And they'd be like, what? They'd be like, that's right. You were cleaning up your own house. You didn't even know it. And it's like some sort of sounds like some sort of a reality show. Clean this house. And then it's like, Powerwash Bill, you thought you were just helping your community out, but you've been helping this community out for years, and you've never asked for anything in return. And so the community got together, and they contacted me, and we decided that we were going to have you clean this house. That's your house. And then you're like, what? My dreams would come true. All of my civic duties, they're finally paying off. And you're like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. Yeah. Yeah. Muckingham. Will you guys ever do in-person live podcasts? No. There's just Eric and I are into it. Nobody else is. So no. Majority rules. It's not gonna happen. Never say never, but I would say never. Can you see the volcano? What, that caused all the soot? Is there a soccer goal or anything? Is there a goal in the yard that I can kick this ball into? No. We fuck around the backyard for a while. Oh, look, there's... Kind of looks like our house, the red version of it over there. Big neighborhood, huh? Definitely don't think we're going to finish this house today. God, I got a citizen alert. Anytime my fucking citizen alert hits now, I just terrified to look at it. It's usually a trash fire within somewhere 3 blocks down the road, or a vehicle vehicle accident with injuries, but sometimes it's like something bigger and more terrible and national. Let's see. Carbon monoxide poisoning. Okay. I can deal with that. I hope I'm supposed to take that off. I assume I am. I wonder if it's like some Easter egg I'm supposed to solve or something. Well, I didn't. It's like hieroglyphs to tell me where the spaceship is on Fort Zancudo or something. It's on the top of Mount Chiliad. It's pointing the way. Nope. Oh, man. All right, so I'll be back. I won't be streaming tomorrow, obviously. I don't ever stream on Fridays, but I typically stream Mondays. But I'll be flying home Monday, so I don't think I'll make the stream. I will make the weird rumbling noise. No. I did hear the... What? Here. I will make the break show stream. So I'm flying back Monday, but I'll be home in time for the break show. So I'll see you guys hopefully there, twitch.tv/the regulation pod. Of course, you know the Twitch part because you're here right now. But anyway, hopefully I'll see you Monday at the break show at the very least. Got some more fun treasures that have come in the mail since I recorded last. Excited to show off. Oof. It's always funny when you turn the corner and you're like, oh, I have a whole lot left to do on this side. I thought I was like, why hasn't this thing dinged yet? And I know why. There we go. There we go. Okay. Take a second. Sounds like a show on TLC. Yeah. I saw you were playing Dredge a few weeks ago. I finished it the other day. Lots of fun. It's a great game. I wish they'd release more DLC. I absolutely love that game. 100%ed it, which is not something I do very often anymore. Is Break Show going to be weekly again? I think so, at least for the next few weeks, but I think so. Thanks for the stream, Geoff. Remember, you're flying imminent. Let's see. It is... we still got 15, 20 minutes of Break Show, or of stream. Break show from the American Airlines Lounge. I hope to God I'm not sitting at the airport when the brake shows. Ugh. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how mad Eric's going to be with me on Monday if I don't make the brake show? And we have to cancel it? No, I have to get home. I got to get home. God, this is just so satisfying. Filthy house. Very clean chimney for some reason. Nice. This house is 44% cleaned. It doesn't quite look like it yet. Not quite feeling the 44 yet. 45 even. Oof. Whoa, I didn't expect that to clean like that. That's nice. Hell yeah. Will Dillbot be attending the break show? I believe so. He's been to everyone so far. My hearing your voice brings me back to simpler, happier times. Oh. Well, hello. Played the game and 100%ed it. Every ding was serotonin to the brain. Yeah, no kidding, right? It really is a satisfying sound. They've nailed that ding. I'm sure they just pulled it out of a royalty-free sound bed, but they pulled the right one. It is a satisfying sound to hear, for sure. Fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. Spray it. Ugh. All right. Anybody watch Alien Earth? This week's episode of Alien Earth? Shit is hitting... Well, no spoilers here, but shit is hitting the fan. Timothy Oliphant continues to be a fucking cool character. I continue to absolutely fucking despise the boy genius, which I guess you're supposed to. That is the character. Hell yeah. All right. Things just continue to look better. Do you think anybody on Earth is happier than this guy's neighbors right now to see this house getting cleaned up? I bet this neighborhood throws me a party. Grabbing my grandfather one of the Dugout Dreams packs for Christmas because I had no idea that was a thing till the break show. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. There's always some cool cats in the Discord and live stream chats. Who are some of y'all's favorite community members from before regulation that you could recall? Oh, Jesus. Mark, that goes back to that list of people goes back to 1999 for me. 2000. 99 or 2000. Somewhere around there. A lot of those people, Mark, we work with now. Gavin was one of those people. Barbara Dunkelman from Stinky Dragon is one of those people. Blaine, Chris, Michael, Ray. A lot of the people that we worked with, Jeremy, Matt, a lot of the people that we worked with at Rooster Teeth were from the community. Like we hired them from the community. So maybe that's a cheating answer, but those people stand out the most to me. They stood out so much we hired them. Gavin stood out so much, that I was like, we got to start a company together. But there's a long line of community members, both current and lapsed, that have near and dear places in my heart over the last 20, 40 years or so. But none of them are Mark the Frog. He is a one of one. They used to do this thing in the old Rooster Teeth days on the old community site, Mark. They started this video series called Awesome on its own, where community members would get together and essentially make meme videos before meme videos were a thing, I guess. I always thought those were cool. I feel like that's not dinged, and I'm going to be frustrated trying to figure out. Yeah, it's not, but that's okay. And I am. Let's figure that out. Just to avoid the hassle later. I guess not. Not seeing anything to clean. Time to get the ladder. Oops. Time to get the ladder. What was that noise? Oh, thank you. Bash 2 more drinks for the sub. You are a fucking hero. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Geoff lives to stream another day thanks to Bash 2 more drinks. Dang, I'm doing pretty good. Oh, hell yeah. Bash sent it to Mark. That's awesome. Congratulations, Mark. Look at you guys being generous and kind with each other. I love this community. I bloody hate using my extension ladders. I hate extension ladders, too. We have one here that I just fucking can't stand. I was a turbo awkward teeny popper on the RT site back in the aughts, but I learned so many references and cultural touch points from people in the community. That's awesome. Holy shit. Thanks, Free Hugs Ryder. You hit our goal for us today. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subs. McKeezy, Carmada, Dylan Ryan, Helljumper, Matt the Warmest. Matt the Warmest. I like Matt the Warmest. That's a great idea for a name. Thank you so much. Thank you, Crimson New Type. Ugh. You guys are warming my heart. Oops. Whoa. Serious business up here, huh? Wow. Yeah, it's pretty serious business. Get out of here. All the grime. Thank you, the Atard brand. I'm not sure what that noise means, but you made it, so thank you very much. I'll take any noise as a sign of good things. How fucking awkward would it be if somebody was looking out the window at me right now? Creepy old dude just watching me, judging me, or some old lady like in a cotton nightgown, neck to ankles, who looks like she might be a ghost. I'm not entirely sure. It's creeping me out. It is amazing how satisfying this game is to play. You gotta, like, convince yourself to stop. It's like a conversation. Even in a way that Roadcraft isn't. I want to talk to a professional power washer. Hopefully someday one of you guys in the chat will be a power washer by trade. I can learn about it. I am intrigued. I still think it wouldn't be a bad... I want to have a job at some point again in my life, I think, for fun. Like maybe when I'm retired. I talk a lot about wanting to work at like a Menards, front and shelves. And I'm serious when I talk about it. I'm not joking. Or like wanting to work at the mall, I think would be a lot of fun if I could convince the guys to want to do it too. I'm not joking. I do want to do that at some point. I do think it would be fun to have... I think it'd also be fun to work for a park system, you know? Like go around, empty trash cans, clean up dead animals, that kind of stuff. Cut back trees. I think I could enjoy that as well. Something not related to making content. Who knows? Maybe someday you'll get a knock on your front door and it'll be me, and I'll be going door to door with my new power wash business, trying to drum up customers. And you can be like, I watched you train for this career. Oops, that's not what I want to do. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, I look forward to cleaning up dead animals. You know, you just pick them up with a grabber and throw them in the dumpster. Think of it as beautifying your public spaces so that the community can enjoy it. Whenever Millie would get in trouble, which was very rarely, she was a pretty good kid, but whenever Millie would get in real trouble, her punishment was always I would take us to the park by our house, and I would make her clean up trash at the park for like an hour, and I would do it with her. And it would just, all of her punishments I tried to make like civic duties, you know? A lot of doctor's offices and stuff. Aquarium maintenance would be fun. I used to be really into aquariums in high school. I had a bunch. I had like a 55-gallon and a couple of 10-gallons, and I had a bunch of fish working. I had a bunch of stuff going. I was really into it, but I got out of it, I guess. I joined the Army. I don't have a place for a fish tank, but I just never... got into it again. It's funny. I never thought about it until just now. I wonder why that is. That was my dad's thing. He was really into fish. Maybe that was the appeal to me, was the bonding with him. And then when I moved away, joined the Army. Maybe that makes sense. A little dime store, armchair psychoanalysis. It's funny. I was just sitting here thinking, playing this game, how lucky I am to be doing this. This counts as work for me right now. And by the way, listen to the Regulation Podcast. That's the whole reason I do this, is to tell you guys about the Regulation Podcast and convince you to listen to it. So if you don't already, please do. And check out all of our supplemental content and stuff. But I was sitting here thinking, like, how fucking lucky I am to be getting essentially paid to play video games right now. Oops. And how fortunate anyone would be in this feel in this moment. And then I remembered that I worked at Achievement Hunter, and I wanted to do anything but this for a couple of years there at the end. This was the last thing on earth I wanted to do. Hell yeah, baby Dukes. Thank you very much. I love you. Appreciate you. We're making more progress on this house than I thought we would. Or at least it's going faster than I thought it would. Nice. I will say they made these roofs kind of difficult to navigate, which I guess makes sense. Roofs are supposed to be difficult to navigate. Kind of weird to walk around on. How many roofs do you think you've been on in your life, Mark? If you had to guess, would you say it's more or less than 500? Hey, crispy things. It's nice to be able to reclaim it a little bit, you know? I thought I was done with video games forever. Professionally and personally, you know. I didn't play video games outside of Gems of War for just about 6 years at all. And never thought I was going to play them again. I'd moved on with my life and was very happy with that decision. And then next thing I know, a couple years later, here we are. You never know. They get you. If it wasn't for Burn Dog and Antonio, Regulation probably wouldn't play video games, honestly. I mean, who knows? Who knows if we would have found our way there eventually anyway without my falling in love with video games again. Andrew and Gavin and those guys could have steered us in that direction without me. And the majority would have ruled, but Who knows? I guess we'll never know. Can't do that. Made it. All right, we'll just wrap up this little porch roof, and then we'll call it. This will be the last thing we do. Maybe that'll get us to 69. Don't fall. It's a long way around to the front yard, buddy. Imagine just having the bottom third of your house clean. That's where the guy got stung by bees and had to stop. He was on the bottom third. Pretty sure it was wasps. It was a wasp nest. All right, well. Gravity called it. 71%. How do I quit this game? Isn't that where we are, menu? That's how we do it. What's my favorite new games I started playing again? SnowRunner and Roadcraft. Hands down. Not even close. Not even close. Roadcraft and then SnowRunner. Hit save icon. Fuck. Was there a save icon? I'm going to assume this game auto-saves. Fuck. See you, Golden. Now I got to look, make sure I didn't just delete all my progress. How funny would that be? If this game doesn't auto-save? Uh-oh. Nah, we'll be fine. %. Yeah, we're good. I gotta go take a shower and do my cameos and then record supplementals. We're recording 2 supplementals today with the Regulation Boys. What game doesn't do autosave anymore? I agree. Oh, Christ. All right, I'll see you guys later. Everybody have a great day. I'll be back on Monday. You see me again live Monday at 3 p.m. Central on the Regulation Podcast Twitch channel. Regulation Pod. We'll be doing a break show. Opening up viewer mail and also some treasures and things that I've found. I got some stuff for Eric this week I'm pretty excited about. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, am I getting raided? I hope not. Everybody have a fucking awesome day. Have an awesome weekend. If you happen to be in Chicago this weekend and you're at Riot Fest and you see me, please say hello. Don't be shy. I'm just hanging out, watching bands, and have a hell of a day.